Hi everyone, I'm Rajashekar. Today we are going to see a long and a complete tutorial on DMX fixtures and how to patch them and how to animate them, simulate them and how to output them all within Unreal. We are not going to use any third-party software to simulate DMX this time. Let's get started and we'll begin by launching the Unreal Engine. We'll click on Film, Television and Live Events, hit Next and choose DMX, Next, and we'll give a name. Let's wait for the project to be created. Okay, the project is here. Let's begin by creating a new level, file and a new level. We'll choose default. We'll modify the environment to suit the scene. World outliner. Let's begin by modifying the sky sphere. Although we drop the tone, the brightness seems to be increasing on the scene. This is because of an auto exposure system within Unreal. We can deal with this by adding a post-process volume. And let's move it all the way down. And go to details for this post-process volume, search for unbound, put a tick mark, search for EV. Let's set the minimum and maximum brightness to 1 and 1. We'll further modify the sky sphere, and if you happen to search for anything on the previous attribute, make sure to delete that off. And let's choose a blue tone. Okay, looks okay to me. Let's add a material to the flow. Before that, let's stretch this a bit. Let's move the first player position and let's add a material. Okay, it's in. Now, even before we begin adding the DMX system, let's make sure the plugin is enabled. We'll go to Edit, Plugins, and search for DMX, and make sure to have a tick mark on all these DMX name mentioned on the screen. If you don't, please put a tick and restart the engine. We'll begin by creating a new DMX library. Go to Content Browser and tap on this icon, and if you don't see this on your screen, click on View Options, Show Engine Content. Okay, and in your screen the content might be on the left side. I have placed everything in one side, so it might be a little confusing at the first time, but this is where you find it, under Content Browser. Okay, so on a content, I'm going to create a new DMX library, DMX library, DMX all fixtures. I'm going to give a name like this. Okay, that's my DMX library name. Let me get inside that. We'll begin by creating a controller. Tap on controller and choose new controller. Not changing anything here, just choose number 2. We are going to create 2 universes and ignore this red exclamation mark. Go to fixture types. Let's begin by adding the fixture. Even before creating a light on the scene, it's always best to create the required fixtures and then create the light. That's the flow. Let me show you the Unreal's documentation on DMX template overview. In this documentation, you will get to know about all the popularly used fixture types and their attributes. So please make sure to go through these, which will be useful for you to create a fixture and the corresponding attributes for it, using which you will be able to control the light. This is important. So we will begin by creating a moving head. So the moving head has 8 attributes. So let's begin. New fixture type, I'll say moving head, and the type is DMX category is moving head. Add, and setting the mode to standard. It has 8 attributes, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Pan, tilt, dimmer, shutter. Color, gobo, zoom, frost. I'm unsure about the frost. I haven't used that much. I mean, so far yet. So it's still adding it as a part of the system. So let's save it, and let's begin by adding the second fixture type, and it's moving mirror. We'll set the category to moving mirror. Add. You can either leave it to mode or you can change it to standard. I think this doesn't matter, but depends on some fixture types which require the mode to be specified clearly. Okay, and again same for a moving mirror. Let's see. The moving mirror has a similar attribute to moving head. So what we can do is to clarify. Yes, so you can duplicate a moving head and rename it to moving mirror and set the category to moving mirror, and every other remains the same. So save the progress. Let's go to static head. Static head fixture. Type is static, no change in that. So it has 4 attributes, of which strobe is something which we'll not find here. So I'm only creating 3. Dimmer, zoom, color. So there is no strobe here, so we'll not create that. Zoom and a color. Okay, this is done. Let's create another fixture, which is your strobe. The category is to be strobe. Let's add a mode. And for strobe, we have 2 attributes, which is dimmer and strobe. And again, we don't have strobe, just creating a dimmer. Saving it. Let's go for a static matrix. Forward matrix. And this category is very important. You have to set it to matrix. Add a mode and make sure to put a check mark before. After you set the category, do not forget to put a tick on matrix fixture. Add a mode, and now choose the orientation of the light. By default, I'll set it to this. And this is your X is your horizontal, Y is your vertical. So I'll have 1 horizontal cell and a 5 vertical cell. Okay, and after that I'll click on plus for 3 times to add 3 colors. This to be 0, and number 1 is green, number 2 will be blue. Tap on this arrow, go down, attribute mapping, set it to blue. You have other properties as well. For a matrix, you can add a pan tilt. So right now I'm adding only colors. 0 is red, 1 is green, and 2 is blue. This is how you add an attribute. So that is set. Let's save. Let's create a wash LED. Wash, and we'll set it to other. Add a mode, and the LED wash has 6 attributes again, ignoring the 1. Pan tilt dimmer. Zoom color. Okay, let's save this. Let's create a laser module. You can explore the moving matrix. I'm skipping to creating a laser. Laser to be as other. Add a mode. And the laser has 3 attributes: start, stop, angle, beams. Number of beams. Set it. We'll add a fire. Set it to other. Add a mode. And the fire has only 1 attribute, which is launch. So let's create a launch attribute and then save it. So we'll add a pyro now. pyro, set it to other, add a mode. And the pyro has two attributes, start, stop and burst. We'll also add an water source, water to the other, add a mode. And again, water also has two attributes, one is mode start stop and the other one is velocity. We have covered majority of the DMX fixtures here. I have not included the moving matrix alone, but every other fixtures have been created. Let's begin by patching them. And also for this demonstration, I have created only one quantity of a DMX fixture. If you want two numbers or any number of fixtures, all you need to do is first create one perfectly and then rename this like matrix 1 and keep duplicating it. In that way you will get the duplicates in a sequence. And also while patching, you need to select each and every fixture. Okay, so let's proceed patching them. Go into fixture patch and let's patch them one by one. Moving head, add a fixture, moving mirror, static head, strobe, matrix, LED wash, laser, fire, pyro, and finally water. We have all the fixtures in place and they are patched successfully. If you run out of space in this universe, you can always add fixtures to the second universe. That's why in the beginning we mentioned 2 universes, but in our case we don't require that much. And if you happen to create a lot of fixtures, so this is how you move fixtures between universes. Select any created fixture here and set them to corresponding universe. So if you see, this is your universe. In the first universe you have all these items. In the second you just have the matrix which we moved now. To move it back to the previous universe, select the fixture and choose one. Okay, this is how you move fixtures between universes. So now we have created a controller, we have created the fixture types, we have patched them. All's good in this part. Let's save the progress and close this off. Let's begin by adding lights to the scene. Go to content browser, go all the way down and look for DMX fixtures content. Under DMX fixtures content you will find all the lights, but I do not recommend you to directly select an light and place this on scene. Instead, go to content and create a folder and name it as child or anything which you like. Let's create a child version of all the lights which we are going to use. This is how you create a child for any fixture. Select the fixture, right click, create child blueprint class and drag it to the child folder. Move here. Similar way we are going to create a child for laser. Okay, so now we have the child version of all the major fixtures. So let's move them onto the scene, and looks like we have missed out on adding a wash. So let's look for the wash, LED wash. Here it is. Okay, so let's place them one by one in the scene, starting with moving head. Moving mirror, let's create a static head. Let's create a pyro module. Let's keep it there. Let's create a static strobe. Let's create a static matrix. And matrix, the moment you create it, select it, go to details, and when you initially click on generate preview mesh, it's only going to show you one element. Okay, we'll get back to the matrix shortly. When you link the DMX library, possibly it will change. Meanwhile, on the content, let's go to child and create every other remaining fixtures. Let's create a laser, and let's create a wash LED. Let's create some fireworks. Let's create a water source. Okay, so almost every fixture is here. We have a pyro, strobe, we have a laser, matrix, fireworks. This is your wash LED, and here's your static. This is your moving mirror, and this is your moving head. Okay, so we have everything in place. At this moment, if you play, nothing happens because we haven't linked all these fixtures to the corresponding library and a patch. So let's do that. We'll begin by clicking on moving head, go to details, and in DMX, under DMX, click on this and choose DMX all fixtures. This is the library which we created, and you'll have to select the corresponding patch for the corresponding fixture. So moving head patch, and the moving mirror, all fixtures, moving mirror, static. If you stay on the details tab and select the item, its attributes will be shown here, so it's easy this way. All fixtures and static head. There's an LED wash, so all fixtures, the patch to be LED wash. And here's water, choose all fixtures, water patch. Fire, okay, matrix, choose all fixtures, choose matrix patch. Okay, and after choosing the matrix patch, let's try one more time to generate the mesh, and let's see how it reacts. Okay, if you see, now you have all the cells in place. Now let's modify the matrix one more time to our needs, because if you have this many cells, you'll have a lot of things to animate. So I'm keeping it simple for this demonstration. So getting back to DMX library which we created, and matrix, we only need one row and a 5 columns. Save. Let's generate the mesh again. Details, generate mesh. Okay, here it is. You can play with the width. Width, we'll set it to 50. Okay, looks good. Okay. That's an example of matrix, and you can customize it to your needs. Okay, so the matrix is linked, and let's link the strobe, all fixtures, and the strobe patch. For pyro and fireworks, you'll not find the DMX system here, so you'll have to move this window a little bit, and you'll see something called DMX inherited. Tap on that, and here you'll find the fixture patching. So DMX all fixtures, and this is pyro. Similar way for fire, DMX inherited, DMX all fixtures, and fire. Okay, so we have managed to link all the fixtures. At this point, if you play, still nothing will happen, because we have to use the sequencer to animate the attributes. So let's get to that phase now. To animate the DMX lights using level sequencer. To create a level sequencer, content browser, and right click, animation, level sequence. Let's rename it. Let's give it as a name, all DMX, and double click on this. Here's your level sequence window. Using this window, you will be able to animate the attributes of your DMX light fixtures. You can imagine this as similar to your any video editing tool. You can use a timeline, click on it, plus or minus zoom in, zoom out, and this is your red is your endpoint, green is your endpoint. Set your desired duration of the video, and you can pan it by holding the right mouse button. And that's about it. So in this we are going to add the DMX library and add all the fixtures so that we can animate the attributes. So click on track, DMX library track, all fixtures, and now we'll add all the patches: fire, laser, one by one, wash, matrix, moving head, moving mirror, pyro, static, strobe, water. So we have all the fixtures here, and let's begin by animating them one by one. So click on play, and the moment you click on the arrow next to moving mirror patch, you will see all the attributes. You can individually place a key on the attributes, or you can place them all together by clicking on the circle. Okay, the key is added on the first frame. Let's go to the 30th frame, and let's slightly pan this. And before panning, let's add a dimmer so that we'll get to know visually. Okay, so that's there. Let's slightly tilt it, say about 60 degree. Okay, let's add some gobo. Okay, let's control the zoom. Okay, so what I'm doing, as I change the attributes, the key gets added. So in that way, when you scrub through the timeline, you see the animation. And let's also, and you can jump to keys by pressing on this arrow. So your previous key, the next key. Okay, and the previous key and next key only works for the attributes which have changed. The ones which have not changed, it will only scrub to the end and beginning and the end of the timeline. Always click on the ones where you have adjusted the values, so that will jump to the corresponding key. Okay, it's here. Now let's add some color. Okay, not sure about the frost, so not using it. And at any time you can also adjust the duration of the animation. You can either be quick, or you can increase the duration by selecting and dragging them. And you can also delete a key by selecting it and hit delete. Okay, and undo. Okay, now let's move it all the way to the end and pan it a bit. Let's move it this way. Okay, and let's slightly reduce the brightness, and let's change the color, control the zoom further. Okay, so just an example of how you animate this. And you can play this any time by either scrubbing it or go to the first frame and press the space bar. Okay, so this is what we have animated. Okay, so that's your animation. I just randomly added keys and not trying for anything, just trying to change values and showing you what happens on screen. Okay, let's move on to the next. Let's try to animate the laser patch. Open the attributes and put a key on all the frames, and let's go to 30th frame, and let's try to, and also the laser has to begin with 255, beams is 255, and let's try to change the angle. And also for laser, just making sure we have linked the DMX library, stopping the sequence, selecting the laser. Looks like we haven't patched the we haven't linked the fixture to the library, that's why. So DMX inherit, so if you notice it's blank. So very important, for this to work you need to make sure your fixtures are linked to its corresponding patch and its library. So laser patch, save it, now play it. Let's see. Okay, if you see, the lasers are now animating, and it's turning off because we have set this to 0. So let it be on 25 all the time, and you can play with the angle. Okay, so 360. You can further move it down, and here it is. Okay, and move it all, take it back. Let's adjust the keys. Okay, so that's how you animate lasers. That's on a small example. Let's move on to LED wash patch. Same like before, adding attributes to everything. Let's move on to okay, so that's your animation for your LED wash patch. And matrix, let's look into matrix. And if you see the matrix, we have a lot of things to animate. The more number of cells you add, the more color attributes you need to animate. That's why I kept it simple for this case. We'll begin by putting a key on all, and let's move to a point. Okay, so here's your animation of the matrix. Becomes red, becomes green, and becomes blue. You can have mix of colors as well. Okay, let's move on to moving head. First frame, put a key to everything, and let's go to a 30th frame. Let's increase the dimmer and the shutter. Let's tilt it a bit. Let's go to 180. Okay, that's your moving head. And let's move on to fire patch. So go to the first frame, put a key on launch, and set it to 255 and 0. So let's try this out. 1, 2, and 3. Let's get to the pyro, all the way to the beginning. Mode stop, putting a key on both, slightly move a bit, and same as before, you'll animate only the burst alone. Okay, so yeah, let's test this out. Okay, and there we have, that's your burst. Let's add an animation to static light. So keying all the static attributes and adding the dimmer. Animate. Static is pretty straightforward. Turns on and then goes off. Okay, we have two more. One is strobe. Strobe is interesting. Let's get to the beginning of the frame and turn on the key. Let's animate the dimmer. So we'll set this to 255. We'll set a long key in between so that it fades off very slowly and again catches up flashing. Okay, there's your strobe. And let's test out the water system. Go to the beginning of the frame, adding the keys, and move to a particular frame. And the moment you increase the number, you'll find the water splashing around. And right now it's on 0 velocity, and if you set it to, if you increase the velocity, it'll move higher. That's how it is. So let's go further and drop the velocity. Finally we'll go to a 0 velocity. So now let's see how this has come, and before that let's adjust the position. Okay, so let's see how it plays. Okay, as you notice, it starts up and the velocity gets reduced and finally it's completely over. Okay, so that's how you animate your DMX lights using the level sequence. So this demonstration was mainly intended on showing you the attributes and how to animating them randomly. So you can try to explore this further, add the required number of lights and create a lovely scene, and do keep me posted on your progress. Would be happy to see what I've come up with, and I'll keep you posted in the future. I'll come up with more DMX tutorials if I come across anything interesting. And this being a beginner tutorial again for anyone who is new to system and who would like to explore further and take it to a next level. There are so many advanced aspects to it, right from controlling this it through a blueprint and exploring more attributes, which we'll see it down the line. And now to export this to a movie, all you need to do is begin by clicking on stop, stay on the level sequencer window, click on this icon and choose the video type as AVI. In this case we are not used any audio. I'm setting it to half HD for this and no compression, and let's click on capture movie, save the progress. Okay, so the render has started. Let's wait for it to get over and you'll have a completion message on the bottom right, and we'll see the final video shortly. Okay, the capture is finished. Let's close. So that's our output. It's hardly 4 seconds, and this is what we have come up with. With this we have completed the introduction to DMX lights, creating them, adding attributes, patching them, and finally animating them using level sequencer. And you also learned how to output the DMX lights to a video file. Hope you all had fun watching this tutorial and learned the basics of it. I encourage you to share this to your friends who are trying to learn this concept. I'll keep you posted on future tutorials relating to DMX system or any other aspects of Unreal Engine as I come across. If you have any doubts, keep me posted on the comments. Do subscribe to the channel for more updates. Thank you. See you soon.